Hi there, my name is Mauricio Belgrano. I am the founder and CEO of Namesake Pictures. I started reading a lot of our blogs and came to the conclusion that instead of just posting the blogs and for people to read, I'm actually creating a video for people to not just read, but also watch. Woo! So exciting. So here I go. The first blog that we have lined up, or that at least I have lined up, at least the first blog that I have lined up is 5 ways to improve your nonprofit video interviews. How many of you can say amen to that? Like, I'm sure that there's a lot of our customers that don't really know how to do an interview, and so hopefully this video will kind of give you a direction, or would even inspire you to create it to have your own way of designing your interviews by following these 5 simple steps. So it is not always easy interviewing people. We all know that, right? Because most of them perhaps are not used to being in front of cameras. So let's be honest, not every person we interview were eloquent in speech or have the celebrity look. I'm one of them that don't have the celebrity look. Anyway, so what they do have is the heart. And that was part of my article, is what I wrote down, is that you may not necessarily have the voice, you may not necessarily have the speech, you may not necessarily be good in front of the camera as far as appearance goes, but in all reality, what the value that you bring the most is the heart. And for your interviewees, the value that they bring the most is the heart. So I hope you guys get that. If people see sincerity and genuineness in how you tell your story, they're more than likely to give, because you're grabbing their heartstrings and you're actually playing instruments and music to it. So that's awesome. So here's the question. What happens when you don't have the status quo person to interview? What happens? I know we've had, my company at least had a lot of people who were really afraid to be in front of camera. So, but with the following steps, you should be able to get the best interview conversation from any person you interview. Okay? So these are the steps. Remember, there are 5. So I'm gonna summarize them after I'm done stating each one and the reason. So have a phone call interview. That is step number 1. Have a phone interview before you do the filming. All right? This helps break the ice between you and your interviewee. He or she would become used to your voice that leads to confidence in your directing. So you would also be able to get more out of the phone conversation, because in their comfort, they may say something that can help add to the appeal of the story. All right? And it happened a lot to us. For example, I can say that this one particular young lady that I was interviewing over the phone, before we went out there and filmed her, she had told me that she loves playing the guitar, and I was like, whoa, I what? I'm like, you love playing the guitar? That's awesome. Would you be willing to play the guitar in front of us? And she's like, well, I'm really not that that good at it. And I'm like, I don't care. I mean, you said you love playing, so I'm assuming that you at least know some basics, right? And she was like, yeah, I mean, I know some basics. So I gave her enough confidence to say, okay, I'm gonna do this, all right? But again, like, if it wasn't for the fact that I had interviewed her before, I would have not known about the fact that she played the guitar. So we actually implemented that in the video, which was awesome. It turned out to be great. So this pre-interview will help you plan to get the perfect story. That way you can navigate throughout the interview by asking precisely for what you want and not rabbit trail so much. So that's a definite value in the fact that once you have developed the story through the phone call interview, then now you know what to expect and what to say and how to react and you know, and what to structure when you finally get the chance to interview that person. So that's step number 1. Step number 2, set the mood by selecting a place to film without much interference. I would say this, take my word for it, you're gonna need that place because unfortunately, people are always busy, especially when you interview busy moms. Yeah, you definitely wanna at least get an idea for, do they have any kids, or do they need any particular attention? Um, uh, you know, if for example they feel more comfortable maybe sitting with the husband versus going by themselves, or maybe with a friend, or just figure out what comfort level they feel the best. Like, and obviously you filming them at home, it's easier because it's their own comfort. It's where they feel like they can be themselves. But also realize that if they have kids, then maybe you might want to get them to have somebody babysit. I'm just saying, because you're not gonna want any interference as you do an interview, because a 10-minute interview can end up being a 2-hour interview, and you don't want that. Quick example, when we were filming a story about human trafficking, we had to interview the ladies who were, I guess, the caregivers to this organization, to the women that had come out of this lifestyle and are so broken, so needing so much restoration that there was not 1 minute that they could not function without these caregivers. And so when we were filming in their house, there were just, I mean, every second of the day, they were constantly bombarded by these poor women, and it's not the women's fault. It just happened to be the situation. And so sadly, we had to reshoot that scene, their interviews, in another location, way far away from the house that they lived in, because we were getting so much interference. And so we don't want that to happen to you. I don't want that to happen to you. Number 3, make them feel confident throughout the shoot. I mean, seriously. Kindly ask them what is their best side to take pictures. All right, everybody knows their selfie face. Like, what is their good side? Oh, it's the good side, like if I part my hair this way, then my good side is this side right here. I actually heard it from one of my wife's friends. Like, she actually told me what my good side is. And I'm like, I don't think I have a bad side. Just kidding. Okay, maybe not. So yes, this may sound weird, but you do not want to make them feel subconscious about their look throughout the shoot. Also, let them speak from their heart and do not script everything out for them. Use the phone interview to ask them the questions about what you want to include in the video. I actually, going back to scripting and not scripting, I think that you should script some things. And what you should script is the very beginning and end of your interview. Why? Because I know personally, as a filmmaker, as a director, I want to get something that, like a word or a phrase that is so captivating to the audience that I want their attention within the first 7 seconds of the video. So I think that would really help, and that would really help you get a better perspective of what the beginning is, what the ending is, and then kind of break it down into what the middle should be. How do you get from the beginning to the end? I think that's a really good structure to really think of and write down and just begin to structure from there. Encourage them. I don't think I should really be adding any more to this. I mean, just encourage them as they're going through their interview. One young lady who was a member, or had attended a pregnancy resource center, began to cry in the middle of the interview, in the middle of the production, and she was like, "I'm tearing up," and I told her, "It's fine." I was like, this is a very sensitive subject to you, and it's no surprise to me that you feel really emotional about this. So try to get your interviewee to feel comfortable, so comfortable that they can cry in front of you unashamedly. Because as my wife tells me, there is no shame in crying. No shame whatsoever. Alright? I don't cry that easily. It's just why my wife keeps telling me, go ahead and cry. And I'm like, no, I just won't do it. I mean, I will, or I have, but she'd never see me. So anyway, so let them be aware of how good they're doing, despite of the little details. They are taking time away from their busy lives to pay you their undivided attention. In other words, encourage them because you are grateful for them. Sometimes it takes explaining the bigger vision to get them to see beyond their self-esteem. The interview is not about them, and it's not about your organization either. It is way bigger than that. It is about rescuing people from broken situations and changing an entire community for the better. There, I said it. Thank you. No, I'm just kidding. That's 4. All right. So number 5, ask the heartfelt questions. How did it feel? Questions are always good to ask. Get them to explain the transformation that took place before they enter your organization, to what happened afterwards. Were you sad? Were you happy? Make sure that their tone of voice is representing that feeling when they first address the situation. You want to make sure that they are focused in telling the story that you're asking them to tell. That's why you need to be there. That's why you need to coach them. So we're done with the 5 steps to creating great interviews for your video. And so I'm gonna go ahead and repeat them one more time. All right. So number 1 is have a phone interview before you do the filming. Okay. Number 2, set the mood by selecting a place to film without interference. Number 3, make them feel confident throughout the shoot. Number 4, encourage them. And of course, number 5 is ask the heartfelt questions. I hope this is of good information for you. With Namesake Pictures, what we do is we simply help nonprofits, organizations have a voice and or find their voice in how they communicate their message. Our slogan is creating inspiring stories to ignite your movement. And so I hope that with this one particular 12-15 minute film, we've been able to do that so far. If you like this content, if you like what you've seen, if you really feel like, oh my gosh, I really gotta do this, I gotta watch this guy one more time, please subscribe to our YouTube channel up here down below. It don't really matter, but you know how to subscribe, right? When you're on YouTube. So and sign up for a new email newsletter if you want to hear more stories about what we have going on, and not only what we have going on, but if you want to hear some great tips about telling your own story. Okay, so thank you for watching. My name is Mauricio, founder and CEO of Namesake Pictures, and I look forward to seeing you again. Have a blessed day.